Hi everyone, Shannon here with Mixed Media Minnesota. Welcome to my video. Today I am going to start working on a little folio, mini journal pocket kind of thing that I wanted to work on. I picked up a pack of these. They're like little, I didn't know what they were when I got them. They were at a thrift store and they were in a package. And I think I got them for like 50 cents, and there's like 20 of them in there, and they're cute little folders. So there's two little pockets in here, and they're all just white. And so I want to try and play with my December kit, which is the Bird Waltz paper and all the goodies from, the paper is from Blue Fern Studio, so it's a great quality paper. It's designed by Jen Bishop. It's beautiful. And I'm going to play with this a little bit. I do have more of these kits in my shop, and they are on sale, 15% off. So if you're interested, check it out at Mixed Media Minnesota on Etsy. Okay, so I don't really have a plan. I just grabbed it, set it down, and started recording. So we have all kinds of goodies in here we're going to set aside for right now, and we're going to pick the papers and cover this. And this I don't know if I'll do it all on camera, but I just wanted to start it, and I want to cover all of this. That's my plan for today. And then it's just going to be like a little writing. It'll have some pages in it, but not a lot. And then it'll be like a little writing journal. And I think I want to add some more pockets or something in here, and or maybe some big tags, and I don't know. I think it could be fun. So we're going to go ahead and pick. I'm going to grab my big cutter, whoops, sorry, my big cutter here, and decide, let's see, I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper here and write my size down so I don't have to keep checking. So it's 8 3/4 inches by 5 3/4. Well, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to set this right up here so I don't forget how big to cut them. So I have to decide which one I want on the front and which one I want on the back, and they're so pretty that might be hard to decide. I think I'm just going to go with this one. I really like this one. We're just going to go with it. So we're going to cut that one down for the front and back. I'm going to cut off the branding strips here. And the branding strips are really pretty, so I save those. Okay, so now if it was 8 3/4 tall, I do want a little bit of a border on it. So I think I want this part and this part. So I'm going to cut it in half this way. So 5 3/4, so I want it at 5 1/2. Just to give us that little extra edge on it. I'm not going to stitch on this. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one also at 5 1/2. Okay, so there, and then we got to cut them down. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn my furnace off in here. It gets loud. Okay, sorry about that. I usually try to do that before I start recording. Okay, so now if we do this on the front, so we want it to be cut at 8 1/2 then to give us that little border. And perfect little pieces. Ooh, isn't that pretty? So we're definitely going to save all those and use those. So now I want this on the back, and so it's to save that piece for a pocket or something. So 8 1/2. And see, so pretty. Okay, so we have the front and we have the back on there. Okay, now we need the inside, and I am just going to do the same thing. I wouldn't have to go as tall, would I? Yeah, I do, because I might see it here. Okay, so now we got to pick out one for the inside. Okay, so this is the front, the back, just so I don't lose my thought here. Okay, now on the inside, what do we want on the inside? That's pretty. Ooh, these are going to be fun. We're going to use these ones in the pockets and stuff, so we're not going to use that one. Sorry, I bumped you. Pretty. I don't want to put anything in the bottom here that's going to be covered in the pocket. So we could go ahead and use this one, I think. Let's see. No, let's go ahead and do the pink. This side here. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. We're going to cut off the branding strip. And we're going to save those little snips. Okay, so I want this to be in the top. So again, we need 5.5. I'm just not going to look at the back. Okay, so 5.5 by 8.5. Do I want to make it? No, I think 8.5 will be fine. Okay, so that is gonna, we'll see if it fits before we cut the next one. Yeah, that'll work good. And so you do see a little tiny bit of it here, which we could put some, well, it might be fine. I don't want to put lace or anything in there. Okay, so we have that. And now we are going to, I said I wasn't going to look on the back, you guys, but if we did that, and instead you could journal on this as well. Okay, we're going to go with that. Okay, so let's see. We need it to be 5.5 again. Or let's see. If I use the pink to go with the pink, see how it has the pink here? I might flip it upside down. So I don't think it, I mean, this is the right way, but if we flip it upside down, it's not going to make that big of a difference. Okay, by 8.5. Look at these fun little pieces. They'd make beautiful journal cards and all kinds of things. So my plan is I want to load this up, but not make it too fat and bulky. So pretty. But yeah, if we go with that, that works in the inside. So then also on the bottom here, we could use the coordinating paper. That's really pretty. Okay. To decide if we want to use these on the bottom, which I think, oh, that one's really neat, but it'll be upside down. If we did it this way, it wouldn't. Let's do that in there. And I know this is the back, but that is so pretty. But we need it to match, so I'm just going to go like this. Okay, so now I need to decide how big to cut this. So that is 3 inches by 5.5. So 5.25 by 2 3/4. Okay, so 2 3/4 this way, I think, by 5.25, did I say? I think so. So almost what it is. A little bit smaller than it was. Yeah, that gives us a little border. Okay. Okay, now this one, let's see, I want to cut that end off, so 5.25 by 2 3/4. And that's going to make a really pretty pocket. And I'm not going to put the little divots in these either. I'm going to leave the bottom ones. Okay, so we have that. So we can go ahead and we can glue all of this on here. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside and save our little pieces here. And save these. Okay, so I am going to, what am I going to do here? I'm going to use my art glitter glue. And I'm going to lay that flat. That's really pretty. So we want that instead of that. It might be easier to decorate the cover if we do that. See, here I go changing my mind again. And that does go with this. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do that. Okay, no changing my mind, but what am I doing? I gotta ink first. Okay, so we're gonna use Vintage Photo. And we're gonna ink on this. And that'll kind of set that apart from the white of the folder as well. I'm not gonna ink on the folder because it's that shiny folder material. I could take a little like file and file it and then it would hold the ink, but I'm just gonna leave it. Just get the edges of this inked and then you'll see that it'll show up much better, the difference in it, and kind of frame it with the white border. I'm kind of excited, a little break from Christmas stuff, so. Okay, yeah. Now, this one is upside down. So what if we use that as our front? I said I was going to leave it like that. Okay, well, we're going to leave it. I've changed my mind enough times. I do feel like the flowers on that side would be, but then it's upside down, so we're just going to leave it. Okay, that's what we're going to do. All right. Okay, get some art glitter glue on the edges here. I need to grab my other bottle. This one's almost empty. Just trying to use it up. Okay, I'm going to try and center that top to bottom and side to side the best that I can on there. In the next video, I'm going to try and remember the next part of this. I have to show you something very, very cool. I purchased some, it's a set of Encyclopedia Atlas. It's not a whole set. I think there's, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 books. There's a lot of them. And they're beat up and they're really old. They're from 1901, so they're like 120 years old. And the paper quality is amazing in them. I think I'm gonna use them to make my book page pockets out of, that I used to make in the Etsy shop, and because I was doing those in dictionary paper, and then I ran out of the dictionary that I was using, and I just couldn't find a decent quality, but yet vintage dictionary to use. So, but these will work great for that. But anyways, so the very first one I opened up and I was flipping through it when I got it home here, and inside of it there is a pressed 4-leaf clover, and it's about that big. And I don't know, it's just how, you know, I have no idea how old that thing is. It's probably been in there for 100 years. So I'm definitely going to try to like laminate that, and I'm gonna hang that up right here by my filming thing and put it in my own journal because it's amazing. And I mean, how cool is that? And it only has one little crack in it. So I would do it right now, but I don't have them over here. Actually, you know what? No, I'll show you next time because I'd have to go and find what book it was because I have them all stacked up over there. But I'll show you. It's super cool. And the books themselves are neat too. Like they have the printed pages in there. A couple of them are in color. And they have the like tissue paper bound in the book on those pages. And when you peel that back, you can feel the paint texture on the page. It's so neat. I don't even know what kind of ink it is, or how, I don't know, but they are super cool. But they're like encyclopedia atlas books, but the covers they're in horrible condition, but the pages are, I mean, there's some of them that have a little bit of like water damage, but I just won't use those ones, you know, or I'll rip those ones and collage with them, you know, rip the water damage part off. But a lot of them are, the actual pages are really good for being 120 years old, and the paper is like thicker. It's really neat. So I was super excited, and I didn't even look through them and flip through them all yet. But the very first page I flipped open to, I was like, what is this? And it was that 4-leaf clover pressed in there, and I thought, how cool is that? So okay, so that one's gonna go in there. Go ahead and ink this one. I need a new ink pad on this. I'm going to move it because all my crumblies keep falling off. I need a new pad on my little dauber thingy. Yeah, I have these kits marked 15% off. I'm thinking that the Bird Waltz paper collection is a little bit older collection from Blue Fern Studio, but it's the first time I've ever had them, and they're so pretty. I don't know, I was really excited about it, and I have a handful of them left, and usually that doesn't happen. Usually the kits are like gone. So I went ahead and marked them off, you know, down 15%. Just to kind of make some room in here because the next one's going to be coming in soon and stuff. So so it's a great deal because I don't make that much on my kits. I try to make them so that, you know, you really feel like you're getting, you know, you're getting your money's worth. And the price on it with the discount is, I think, $50, and that includes shipping in the United States. So yeah, if you have a crafter on your Christmas list, I mean, I would love to get it. I know I do have some people, and it's men that contact me sometimes, and they want to buy a subscription for their wife or their mom, you know. And I always think that's so cute because how thoughtful for them to reach out, you know, and I mean, they put a lot of thought into it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and glue that in there without making too big of a mess. I hope I can slide it down in that pocket. That looks pretty good, I think. Now, hopefully we won't glue the pocket shut. I'm getting crumblies all over. Okay, so I need to press that down. I'm going to go ahead and cover this right away as well. Better ink it first. I would hate to have to peel it off as the only one not inked. I'm just inking out of the camera here because I don't want these little crumblies to fall all over our little folder there. So it really bothers me to be putting glue on the side of something so pretty. That is the worst part about the papers, is they're pretty on both sides, so it's hard. But you have to just do it. Otherwise I would hoard it forever, you know, and never use it. I used to do that all the time. I have paper probably from 20 years ago in my scrapbooking, when I was scrapbooking, that I never used because they were so pretty. And now when I find them and I'm like, oh, I remember this. I remember I wouldn't use it. Now I purposely use it. Because, I mean, what good is it doing in my paper stack, you know? It's not. We're going to go ahead and ink this one. I'm trying to get a plan down for Christmas. I think Christmas Eve afternoon and evening is probably when we're going to do our Christmas with our kids, and so I'm excited about that. I'm hoping that they're all able to get off of work and stuff, but excuse me. See, look at how pretty. Just don't pay attention. Don't pay attention. Once it's on the back, you'll forget about it. Or once it's glued down. I want this to have lace and pretty pinks and stuff in it, and yeah, glue my cover in there. Okay, try and sneak that one in there. Try and give it the same as the other side. Okay, press that down. I do like to stitch around stuff, like on the cover would have been, you know, but on here it's too hard with the pockets already done. See, I'm making a mess because of my crumblies here. Okay, I'll go ahead and glue that on there. Make sure we don't have that glued down. And there we have our inside. I think that's so pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, I got a mess here and there. I might have to end up by trying to ink it, but and a baby wipe maybe. But it's really, really thick now. It's almost like a book. But my plan is to decorate and you know, put a little signature of just coffee dyed papers and stuff in here, not real thick, and fill and load up these pockets and stuff. So there we have our back. It's so pretty. So maybe should we go ahead and decorate on here? See, I'm thinking when I put my, once I sew that little signature in, I may just cover it with lace, but I'm not sure. So it doesn't really need much on it to make it pretty, does it? Let's see some flowers here. These flowers match the paper so pretty. So perfectly. The colors are. I'm just going to see a paper doily. I got 2 of them stuck here. This is a single one. The only reason I don't like that is it's going to catch all the time and rip, but I could glue the front on there. We're just going to leave it on there for right now, just to see. These are a little bit, well, the pink one is. These ones aren't so bad, but the pink one is a little bulky. Maybe it's just how that one's made. And then I feel like maybe some chipboard or something on there. I'm not sure. I'm just not really feeling that. I don't want to cover it up. It's so pretty. Maybe we just do like a sari, pretty sari silk tie around and something down here. I want something here, like the lace, but this lace, if I put it on there, when I sew it in, you know, we could close around it. Okay, so just thinking, I don't know. I gotta think on the cover for a little bit more, a little while. So I'm gonna call that part 1. We got it covered and we got the idea down. And then I will be back with a part 2, and I'll remember to show you that book that I had found. So I planned on decorating the cover, but I'm not ready to decorate it yet because I don't know what I want to do with it. So we're going to call that a video, and I'm going to decide what I want to do with it and get some coffee dyed paper and stuff together, and then we'll be back to finish it up. So I hope you guys are excited about that. I am. It's so pretty. So thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next video.